Hi there, John. This is my presentation about tennis, my symposium. Well, first of all, look how this works. It does work. All good. Yeah, first table of content, introduction, sport analysis, work placement, why do we do it, performance determining factors, chosen athlete, important results, conclusion, and the advice, of course, which is the main thing, the periodization of today. First of all, introduction. Well, I'm not going to talk about all the history, and you can Google that yourself if you like. You can go on Wikipedia and you can find it. Well, there are some things to be said. Well, first of all, the objective of tennis is important. We stated it as make the ball unreturnable for the opponent. So and this is the way you score points. So this is in every point, it's again the new objective. Well, there are some major changes. Think about technology, the rackets, the balls, the courts. They slowed the courts down because the rackets became too fast, the game was too fast to make longer rallies. You can think about the science side of it, developed massively. Factors are very easy to analyze and measure nowadays, so which results in improvement in setting up specific training sessions by getting more and more able to integrally advise talented athlete on the 3 domains like physiology, psychology, physiology, and technical and tactical like the biomechanics. Well, we are trying to do the same actually, so we're going to talk about how first. Well, we try to do it like this. Well, we first analyzed the sport in 3 domains, then out of that came the performance determining factors. I wrote it down wrong, I see, it should be PDF. Out of that we put some tests on it, like 10 tests for all the most important performance determining factors. Those are all related to tennis, and this is all seen in the talent report, so I'm not going to go into that further. To choose an athlete, then we choose an athlete which for us should be a good person to work with, and why, I'm going to explain you that later. The goals, then we're going to set goals, of course, otherwise you're just training, you don't have an aim in your training. The training itself and evaluation. The work placement, well, excuse me. Well, the work placement, we did it in a tennis club in Duiven, which is a small place near Arnhem, here in Holland. Well, it was a fun place to work, and they had some good players. They have a national team playing there, and well, one of the players is even sponsored by Wilson now, and is gonna roll into a big training plan. I think the upcoming year, because he's still finishing high school, which is important to him as well. Our trainer is Marco. We're gonna see him in the next slide, I guess. This is our trainer. He's a good guy. We liked working with him. So age 24, coach of the talent team, and he's been working with some good Dutch tennis players as well. He's not really been coaching, but he's been playing with and against them. But a few years he was doing coaching now, and he's coaching on this team now. The performance determining factors we found was, of course, we found a lot, but those are the most important we picked out. For psychology, well, it's all listed here. Psychology, personality, motivation, goal setting, imagery. The tests we did, we linked to all those determining factors are mentioned below. So, well, imagery agility and goal setting. We focus on that. We're gonna see that later. Well, the chosen athlete is Boy van Barneveld. We chose because out of the results came that that boy he scored actually very good on in every test. But we saw also, and we talked about it with the coach, that he has the greatest potential to be an elite player, and it's one because of his capabilities. Capabilities. That's one, because he can enhance in a lot of things still. That's what the coach thought, what we thought, and well, he is good already, shown by the tests. The potential is in motivation as well, because he gave up soccer 2 years ago, so he can fully focus on tennis, and that's what he's doing now, and he's still gaining a lot of in a lot of aspects. So that's why we picked him. Actually, he's ranked 333 at the moment. Well, of course it fluctuates a bit, but when I last time checked, it was 333. 8 years of tennis playing, and he's doing hoofdklasse, which is his competition at the tennis club of Marco Cruz. The important results. Boy van Barneveld is of course centered. This is all the tests we did, and well, a few important ones I'm not going to talk about all of them because it's going to take a long time, and the talent report is based on that as well. The flexibility, that's okay. Action type, well, it's not a good or a bad. It's just something you can use in your trainings. Tops, he's scoring very low in imagery and very low in emotional control as well. It's not mentioned here, but it's situated. Low in imagery, so we're going to come back on that. Taxes, all above the mean. Anaerobic power, goal setting, no use of goals at all. So we try to, later on you're going to see that we try to enhance this a bit. Agility, it's on the mean. I told you before, he scored quite near the benchmark and quite near the mean as well. Below the mean, so he's quicker than all the rest of the players. And there's more potential because he was complaining about muscle pain and busy with school, and it was a very hot day that day. So it was like 30 degrees and he just couldn't really focus because it was so hot for the first time this summer. Single task, dual task, single task is not really benchmarking this, just the mean. He was quite good in the mean as well. But a lot of improvements could be made because that's all set in the report. So if you want to look into that, you can always ask me. Well, conclusion, what to be enhanced. I told you agility was, there's a lot of potential in enhancement, and he scored already quite good, so there is still room for improvement over there. Imagery, he's not really using imagery at all. We asked him, and we asked the coach as well, and they never had practice on that. Actually, not even practice on any mental skills. So even goal setting is a mental skill as well, it's a mental tool actually. But we try to enhance this, and that will be our advice. And how to do this, we're going to talk about this right now. That's going to be the training program. Well, the training program is the advice, that's what I said. Well, in the training program, it's kind of hard to just jump in, but there's no official off season in tennis, so that makes it quite hard to make a specific peak, because if there's not really a season, where is your off